On today's show, we look into one club that embraces new connections during the month of Ramadan. And we also look into what Rock Hill students think about the potential ban on TikTok in the United States. And finally, we look at Shiloh Brooks returning to the track for her last season. These stories and more on this edition of Hilltop News. What's rockin' Rock Nation, and welcome back to another episode of Hilltop News. Live from Studio 1060, I'm Ashley Sallaway.
And I'm Kareef Khan.
We have a great show in store for y'all today, but first Kareef is going to catch you up on everything going on around the Hill. Kareef?
Thank you, Ashley. Today, from 5 to 8 p.m., PTO's Spirit Night will be held at Texas Roadhouse on South Preston Road. Make sure to mention Rock Hill when placing your order, whether it's dine-in or to go. Theater's UIL one-act play company has advanced to districts with their show, The Cover of Life. In addition, they took home the Best Tech Crew Award and individual awards including Chloe Tardif as Outstanding Technician, Katie Mata and Lyric Patino as Honorable Mention All-Star Cast, Mac Flowers and Reese Jones winning All-Star Cast, and lastly, Audra Rogers for Best Performer. We will be hosting the next round of competitions this Wednesday. Advanced fashion design students will be hosting their annual Fashion Gallery Walk, taking place near the arena lobby on April 6th from 6 to 8 p.m. Sign-ups are now open for Powder Puff and Powder Buff, a seniors versus juniors girls flag football tournament and boys volleyball tournament. Sign-ups are due April 6th. For more information, visit at Blue Hawk Stuco on Instagram. The Corps of Cadets competed in the Frisco Lebanon Trail and Fitness Challenge last Saturday. They won the overall champion trophy while also placing first in 9 categories. For individual awards, Brittany Patino in first for push-ups and James Smith placing first in the academic test. With Ramadan currently being observed until April 9th, there are many benefits when it comes to breaking your fast, but there are many more when it's done with other people. And Islamic Student Council strives to embrace this fact.
It's actually beneficial in our religion. It's called the sunnah to break fast together. So we often break fast together when it's Maghrib time, which is sunset. We all break our fast with a date, and it's really good to break it with other people. It's also just like community building.
You can catch ISC on Instagram at rockhill.isc for any upcoming events. This Saturday, March 30th, Frisco Running Company is hosting a Spirit Run. It will be held on campus at 8 a.m. This is an annual event. To sign up, go to the link in our story. Moving to state level, last Friday on Highway 21 near Bastrop, a pre-K school bus carrying 44 children and 11 adults was crashed into by a cement truck, killing 1 boy and 1 adult man on the bus, which was returning home from a zoo field trip in Austin. Officials say the bus rolled over, crumpling the roof. It was reported there were 4 people airlifted from the crash site in critical condition and 6 others with potential serious injuries. As for the children, 10 were transported to a local children's hospital. No names have been released of the children or child who passed away. Moving to national level, on March 22nd, a shooting in a Moscow concert hall took place. The attack left the concert hall in flames. Health authorities released a list confirming 60 deaths and 145 injuries, with 115 being hospitalized, including 5 children. Russian lawmakers were quick to blame this attack on Ukraine, dragging this into the 3rd year of the Russian-Ukraine war.
And now from some news that students across campus have been talking about. The United States government has been pushing for TikTok to be banned in the United States. They are afraid that the app's Chinese owners could be manipulating the algorithm to skew young Americans' perspective on political matters, and suspect that the app does not protect its users' privacy. Max Belly looked into what students think about this issue.
Thank you, Ashley. Today we're going to be talking to students about their opinions on the recent bill that is trying to ban TikTok.
The US government seems to be afraid that the owners of TikTok will change the algorithm and push certain content to American viewers that could skew our views on political and social matters. The app also allows its owners to access extensive data on all of its users that could potentially be dangerous for US citizens.
So what do you think about the bill that's being currently passed by Senate, regarding the TikTok ban and other social media bans?
I think I don't support it. I think there are valid concerns regarding national security and other countries having our data, but I don't think right now banning an entire platform and getting rid of 170 million people's freedom of speech, and for so many small businesses and artists who use TikTok, I don't think that's a great idea.
Just regarding the privacy on the app, there's a lot of controversy regarding the Chinese government, like the company that owns it. Do you feel like people's privacies are being invaded, or what's your opinion on that?
Honestly, people's privacies are always being invaded on any social media platform. TikTok's not the first one, but I would say that it's maybe a tinge more than other platforms because just because of how many people use TikTok. But I'd say it's like with any social media platform, there's always going to be privacy issues that come with it. So.
And do you find it like as an informational platform or like entertainment platform, or maybe like even a way that people are growing their business? Like, how do you see the app?
I see more of a like everything, but like majority of entertainment though. Cause all TikTok is some random people doing something to get views, and that equals money. The same thing with YouTube, but YouTube's actually, you have to actually put something out that's good, but that's for a later topic.
The measure was passed on March 13th, but the Senate is still waiting to approve it, so it's safe to say that the app won't be banned for a while. For Hilltop News, I'm Maxwell Lee.
TikTok has responded to these issues by advising its users to choose a secure and unique password to protect privacy and never share personal information on the app. Last week, we saw baseball, softball, and track compete. Julio Zapata is in studio to talk about how they are moving forward and as well as everything else Rock Hill sports. Julio?
Thank you, Ashley. Moving forward let's take a moment to talk about the Rockettes and their performance this past week. During the Crowd Pleaser Nationals, our Team Contemporary placed first and Team Novelty placed second, both moving on into the finals while also getting first place in all elite dances. Moving on to baseball, we had our boys compete against Prosper last Tuesday and Friday, losing 0-12 and 2-12. Also on Tuesday, we had our softball team play against McKinney High, dominating the field with a score of 10-0. Special mention to Leah Reinhardt as she hit a grand slam to the right field during the second inning of the game. Later during that week, our girls faced off against McKinney Boyd on Friday with a 3-4 loss. Tonight, our girls will be playing Denton Geyer at home tonight at 7. And lastly, we move on to track as multiple school and personal records were broken over the Carrollton Farmers Branch Relays on Friday and the Jesuit Relays on Saturday. On Friday, our boys placed first in the 4x1 relay and third in the 4x2. During the pole vault, Hayden Stamps placed third with a height of 13 feet. Moving on to the dashes, Cameron Issom placed second in the 100 meter and Noah Dyer placed third in the 3200 meter. Now on Saturday in the Jesuit Relays with Will Osby breaking the school record in the 300 meter hurdles and our varsity boys placing third in the 4x4 relay. Looking into one of the athletes from this past meet, Shiloh Brooks has been fighting back from her season-ending injury from last year. Ricardo Llanes has a story of her effort to get back on track.
During her junior year, Shiloh Brooks was racing to the top of her game, hitting new highs every day. Who knew one wrong step could write the end of her season?
I was at practice. My club coaches, they like to play games to kind of just relieve us from all the hard work that we do throughout the week. So we were playing sharks and minnows, or like tag as most people know it. And actually one of my friends that also used to run here, he was coming after me. He's fast, really fast, and he used to play football. So I'm like, I'm gonna get him. I stepped down and my knee actually popped out of the socket, popped back in. I collapsed straight on the floor immediately, and then my coaches had to assist me off of the field.
Unable to compete for the season, Brooks turned this frustration into fuel, focusing on improving herself for her senior year.
In the beginning, she was already down. She didn't think she was going to be able to run for a while, so had to educate her on, like, this is what we do, this is how we get there. So once we got to that point where we even started to jog a little bit, you can see that spark and things change. Her determination is like shifted significantly, especially with like her ability to, start speed training and to get into like her events again. And so it's been like a 180 switch from the beginning.
With the mental battle of pushing through every day in and out of rehab, Brooks' support system really showed how much they care for her.
I know how important it is to take care of your mental, and so I also got her with a sports psychologist and just loved on her, like poured that extra love. Like, this is not you. You got to get back to being you. Yes, you want to run, you can't do that right now, but if you lay here, you'll never get up and run.
Seeing where I was last year and where I am now, I'm just proud of myself that I can finish it and I can do it, because right now my focus isn't times, my focus is completing the race and making sure that I left everything out on the track.
Shiloh is determined to leave her mark on the hill as she runs her last season. For Hilltop News, I'm Ricardo Yanes.
Shiloh will be running at her district track meet on April 2nd at Little Elm. Well, that's all we have for today's show. For Hilltop News, I'm Julio Zapata.
I'm Kareef Khan.
And I'm Ashley Sallaway. Keep rocking, Blue Hawks.